From the headlines that move us
to the plays on the field and the people making a difference.
It's news, sports, and stories that keep our community alive.
This is the heartbeat of Tampa Bay.
I'm Christopher Ingram.
And I'm Sarina Fazan. Thank you so much for joining us. Christopher, you do know that my heart is beating extra loud right now.
Because it's love season.
It's love season.
Love is in the air.
Yes, it's our love segment. And Mike Deeson joins us, of course. I mean, a household name for years. Investigative reporter at Channel 10. And you're doing so many things now. You did a wonderful segment with us before. And of course, I love you, but we are here to talk about your beautiful wife, Lori.
She is beautiful. I want to say that first off. But I mean it. I really do mean it. She looks terrific for a grandma who's in her 70s. Lori and I meeting was just, it must have been heaven sent. The deal was, I was a single parent. I had been divorced. I had my son, who was a year and a half when I got divorced, and I had full custody, and I was working at Channel 10. It was pretty crazy. But so when I was dating, and you were a single mom as well, but he was a lot younger, I had to factor in with the people I dated how they would do with a 1.5-year-old son. So I was not only looking for a wife and soulmate, I was looking for a mom. So in fact, I dated some women who were very nice and probably way too young for me. But
full disclosure.
Yeah, well, no, full disclosure. But I said to myself, yeah, I like them, but I can't see this woman at this age having the ability to deal with my son. So and that was number.
Too young, not experienced
too young.
enough.
And I didn't mean it in a mean way. I didn't think it would be fair to them to throw them in a situation which they weren't ready to be in. So what happened was, I am Jewish. The Jewish community, when there is a single heterosexual male available, goes,
You gotta meet my daughter.
I'm already laughing.
Exactly.
I am already laughing.
Exactly. So they got, you gotta meet, you gotta blah, 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 blah. So somebody decided that Lori would be the right one for me. So I called her up, we had a nice conversation, but she was dating someone at the time, sort of, okay, fine, I'll call you back. Well, and then whatever, and then a couple of months later, she called me back, and she called me and said,
That is fantastic.
She said, hey, I'm not going out with that guy anymore. Would you like to? I said, well, I'm going out with someone now. So it took about 6 months. I met her once at a Halloween party. I was playing with the band. I was playing keyboard with the band. She came up, introduced herself. I had never really met her.
Oh, really? You'd only talked to her on the phone?
I only talked to her on the phone. I really liked her. And then I met her. I'm playing keyboard, and I went, wow, she's really cute.
Wait, so I just want to make sure that I got this straight. You kind of got, people told you guys should talk. So you called her, but you had never seen her before?
No.
And you had this back and forth where I'm dating someone, and now I'm dating someone, and you still hadn't seen each other?
We still hadn't seen each other.
Wow,
This
because
is why
today,
I love
it's
this
so
show.
different because today it's social media.
Well,
So
because-
the dating online is all about the
But
looks.
this was the 80s.
I know, right?
So I'm playing
Crazy.
keyboard, and I go, well, she's really cute. So I don't know, it was a couple of weeks, I can't remember how much later, I called her up, and this time she was available, I was available, and she said, why don't we just meet for a drink? She wanted to check me out. So we met for a drink in Hyde Park. I can't remember the name of the place. It's no longer there. But anyway, so we met for a drink and really hit it off. But she had other plans just in case I sucked. So she said,
She had another
Other
date
plans
waiting
that
for her
night.
later?
Other plans that night.
I don't know if it was a guy. She had something going on, and she said, well, I got to be out of here. And so I thought, well, I don't know. So I called her, and she said, oh, I enjoyed meeting you. And then we started going out. And then, believe it or not, okay, we've been married almost 37 years. I remember exactly what she wore on the first date. We went to there was a comedy club.
That is so romantic.
There's a comedy club. It's on Kennedy Boulevard. I think it's either a strip club or a gay bar. It was on Kennedy and like Himes.
Strip club or gay bar.
Whatever it was. I don't know what it was.
He's making clear it's not what it was when they went on the date.
No. But anyway, she was wearing a black striped black striped dress on the top, and it had a bottom that was black and all. I still remember it, and I thought, yeah, she's cute, and we just got along, and then the funniest thing was, so we're getting close, and we're going out to San Francisco in the wine country. And I had planned to propose.
Okay, so before we get to that point, how long now had you guys been dating, would you say?
8 months.
8 months. Okay, so pretty immediate. All right. So yes, please.
Well, but
continue.
remember, I've got this little boy at home.
You got little Andrew at home.
Right. And so Lori tells me she is getting close to Andrew and has got to think, well, am I going to be with him or not? I can't let that. So we go to San Francisco, and I had planned to get engaged in the wine country. Well, there was this.
No, you planned to propose.
I mean, propose.
Yeah.
So we went to this fancy restaurant I had heard about, and Lori tells me later on that she figured this was the night, and we're all there, and so we had a lovely dinner and all that, and then she said, "And you go check," and I go, "What? This is Lori going." So from the San Francisco to the wine country, I had to stop the car several times because she got sick, because she figured I've got to break up with him because I'm loving this little boy, and he's not going to propose to me, and
so
then
she was kind of anticipating it. You find out
later.
Yeah.
We're going out, and then so finally we got out in the wine country, and we had a hot air balloon. The ride.
Oh wow, you're just going all out.
This is where I was going to do it, but. The guy, we were staying at a B&B, and he had the hot air balloon, and he was nuts. He wore a German helmet from World War I, with the thing going up.
Yeah. While he's commanding the hot air balloon?
Hot air balloon.
Oh my gosh.
And I went, we're Jewish. The German guy
this is not a good fit here. Hello.
It didn't seem right. So anyway, then we landed, and then that night.
So you were going to do it, but then they got the wrong vibe with the Nazi in the boat.
That's right.
In the hot air balloon.
So.
Sorry. People need to absorb that.
Right?
Because
Little
that
self-awareness.
Yes, that is hilarious. I mean,
And then, so that night we're at the B&B, and they have a hot tub, and we're in the hot tub, and I asked her to marry me, and she goes, yeah, right. And I said, no, seriously. She said, you're kidding. I said, no, I'm serious. And I was smart enough. I knew her well enough. I did not get a ring because she's an artist. She designed her wedding and my wedding ring, which is half of hers. I knew not to get the ring. I knew her that well. But we just got along. We are very similar. They sometimes say opposites attract. Not with us. We both talk to anybody. She's you know her. She's very outgoing. I'm very outgoing.
Lori too.
But the thing about marriage, even and I believe that Lori is my soulmate. Look, everybody's got to understand. Not every minute is perfect.
Right.
You as a person can be cantankerous at sometimes, or your wife can do something that drives you crazy, or you don't put down the toilet seat or whatever. Marriage is not a straight line continuum. But to me, the key to success is the commitment that, okay, maybe there's going to be a bad time every now and then, but you know that this person is right for you,
right.
and that the good times so much outweigh any of the bad times, and that's how it is with us. We're on the same page. We can finish each other's sentences. Now, on the other hand, she'll roll her eyes when I tell a joke that she's heard 15 times, but she doesn't give away the punchline. But I mean, we get along. We are
That's
just
awesome.
On the same page. We have the same beliefs in terms of morality, what is right and wrong, what we should be teaching our kids in education. And all, and Chris, you'll be happy to know from me, we're on the same political.
That helps, actually.
Hey,
it does help.
Let me say this though, Chris and I are friends, and
Absolutely. We've been friends a long time.
There's a real problem with people having opposite views and not being able to get along.
Be decent
I
to each
respect
other.
that he disagrees with me, and he respects I disagree with him. But anyway, Lori and I are on the same page, and. We're just blessed.
What a
we're
great
really
story.
lucky.
It is. And so we were going to ask, but you already gave the answer, right, on what advice you would give. And I love that. It's about embracing, realizing that it ebbs and flows, but your great times are great. So in closing, let's ask, do you then believe in soulmates?
I do. I absolutely do. And I'd been married before, and it wasn't. But yeah, I found my soulmate, and I'm a lucky guy. I'm a happy camper, and you know, you guys know me. I'm one of those people that you can determine whether you're going to be happy or unhappy. I choose happy.
Half full always.
Yeah.
Love it.
Glass half full.
Mike Deeson, thanks again for sharing your love story.
Loved having you here.
Every story shared
Adds another heartbeat to Tampa Bay.
from courage to community.
We are so proud to tell the stories that keep our neighborhood strong.
Thanks for watching The Heartbeat of Tampa Bay. Excellent. Love having you, Mike.